flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will now open the meeting of the Jobs Development Authority, and the first item is approval of the minutes of October 20th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from.
Commissioner Kanowski,
Second.
Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any discussion? No discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 4 is the pay estimate, number 4, single-family housing project. Spencer?
Pay estimate, progress up to date, roofing, windows, door installation on all 4 of the homes for a total of $158,000.
Okay, wishes of the commission.
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Pierce?
Second.
Commissioner Hatch? Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Item 5, Flex Base Interest Buy-Down Enduring Properties LLC. Brady?
Mayor, Commissioners, Enduring Properties LLC put forward an application for the Devils Lake JDA to be the community interest buy-down partner for the purchase of what used to be Lone Tree Designs. Lisa Hawley of Enduring Properties was here just a few weeks ago for the Renaissance Zone approval. Overall, in the memo, just kind of explains the details of the project, overall cost of the project. And Lisa is here again, just in case there are any additional questions. Unless there's questions for me.
Are there any questions of anybody? Would Lisa, you want Lisa to come forward to? Lisa, do you wish to address us on anything or?
Well, I think we probably covered it last time unless there's something you need to know.
Any questions over? Okay, what's the action of the commission?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Hatch,
I'll second it.
and Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? No further discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Congratulations, good luck. Item 6, the Lake Region Law Enforcement Center Letter of Interest.
Mayor, Commissioners, a proposal for acquisition of land for the Industrial Park Addition was sent by County Commissioner and Chairman of the Law Enforcement Center Board, Jeff Frith, earlier in October. Overall, the purpose of the proposal for the acquisition is to have space to construct a new law enforcement center. Commissioner Pierce and Chairman Frith did a presentation for the Forward Devils Lake Board at one of its most recent meetings. Presented the state of the current facility and how a new facility would address the needs and concerns based on the present situation. Forward Devils Lake Board discussed a couple of times on whether or not we would like to recommend or not recommend approval of the deed transfer to the law enforcement center. And you'll see in the letter that I wrote that for reasons being that we asked the JDA to not recommend approval of this transfer. And I do want to state that this does not show how we feel about the project. We think that.
Oh,
we
it's
think
just,
important.
it's all personal.
Yeah, no, it's an important project. We just wish to keep the industrial park for its intended purposes.
Well, the particular area that I think that they're looking at is one that is probably the one that we want to keep the most because it has the most viability for outside manufacturing because of the access of the tracks and the highway. I mean, I'm all about giving them some property out there, but not that particular area because I think that's going to meet the needs of us. Maybe not right now, but if we're going to have any action, that would be the one that people will want.
I just looked at it this way, that the place is sat empty for how many years, so that's why it was requested. It's just been, so that was the reason.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
And I think there's some property out there that could possibly be utilized, but
Yeah.
in that particular area, that's
What
kind
other
of,
areas would you suggest?
Well,
I mean,
I don't wanna- I
The
don't
one
wanna-
I got from you was that whole plot of land period was gonna be kept for,
Well, yeah, and I mean, obviously, like I said, what's its original intent? And not to say I want to close that door. I mean, I don't want to close that door. I'd like to keep it open in the future. I mean, I have leads on a couple of projects that could take up 75 acres of
what would you do
130.
less than 20 acres? Would you, you know, if we could negotiate 15 to 17?
I'd consider it after speaking with my board to get their opinions and thoughts. I mean,
There was some private land to the west of our existing area. Would that be of any benefit? You know, that,
Well, the main portion of the reason we were pushing for this so much was that that's less money that they'd have to put up for that bond
Yeah.
for the taxpayer.
right,
So,
Yeah, so you have
if it's owned by the city, that could be,
Mm,
save money for the taxpayer. But that was the main reason we
Right.
kind of tried that
Mhm.
route. But
So can we, like, table this till that discussion is made, or is that something that we need to make a decision on this today?
So there was a request from the LEC via the letter from
so
Chairman
we have
Frith,
to act, we should
and,
have some action on it.
requesting a transfer of the land, ran it through the Forward Devils Lake Board that, recommends action on significant JDA matters. Forward Devils Lake Board is not recommending that we transfer at the time, given the state that they're out of the project.
Yeah.
And I mean, really that piece of land right by the rail on the north side of the highway, right now it's an asset, right? It's an asset that the city has that, could, grow its tax base, create jobs, all that sort of stuff. Has it happened yet? No, but it can. If you transfer the land over, you have what you have now, right? That's what you get. So really at the time, the recommendation from Forward Devils Lake Board is to not transfer land until obviously further information or further due diligence, not slamming the door completely. And also, they were very adamant, like they don't want it to view like they don't see the need for the project. Everybody's just got jobs here, right? And that land, the purposes that we've designated for.
my question is, what do you mean that don't see a need for the project? It has to be done. There is a need. We've made that abundantly clear. So to have somebody say it's not, there's no need for the project, that's kind of.
I don't think the consensus was that there's not a need for the project. It was,
Okay. So I'm not, I mean, it is what it is. I will preclude myself from making a vote on this because I am involved in
Understood, yeah.
both.
And yeah, I think there's a need for it too, and I just like to see it different. If there's an area out there we could do different than that particular area, because I think that area that we have there is very more important to our,
And just so the other commissioners know, the reason we asked for that 20
Yeah.
was we're trying to find an area where we will eventually be able to move the residential reentry center out of the middle of town as well, close to that school. So that's why we wanted something with a little more property. So here in the future, we can build onto it and get that residential reentry center out of the middle of town and away from that school. So just for future reference, that's all.
So you're just still gonna be negotiating that then, like you said? 15 to
If they're
18,
willing to
whatever?
not close it completely, then yeah, we can continue to negotiate. Like I said, there's no anger or animosity about the decision.
no,
We get it.
I understand.
we understand, and we should
It's-
help if we can.
I'm open to helping as much as I can.
Oh, I know you are.
And
Like I said,
it's
I got no-
just right now, I just don't think now's the best time.
It's politics. I get it. It's all good.
So,
Do you have any other questions?
I think we should do we make a motion to table it? Would that be, and
Table or deny the request.
Deny the request.
and reopen it at a later time? Okay.
I'll make a motion to deny the request and then reopen it to a later date if need be.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Yeah, because you weren't part of the meeting.
And I would add,
Oh,
you guys,
we'll go in discussion after we get a second. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Commissioner, now discussion.
I would just, there's no conflict of interest with you guys being on the LAC. You are the city commissioner representatives on the LAC board.
Yeah, but I was in that meeting and I just, so nobody here I met with and was the speaker of it, so I just don't want to.
Yeah.
On behalf of the LAC board with the chairman, I mean, you guys are doing your jobs, right? Like you don't, like Commissioner Unicef, you're on the library board. You don't recuse yourself from library matters because you're our representative. If anybody's supposed to be the most important of the library of the city commission, it is yourself, right? And with the LAC. So you guys are certainly in line to vote on the matter. There is no conflict of interest. You're our representatives on the board.
Yeah, but if you don't want to.
I mean, you don't,
Well, I'll vote, but just so I want to let everybody know, it's just, you know, I just want to make it that I'm not being biased.
No,
I'm
you
just-
can, you're right to do whatever. Okay, any further discussion? We'll do a roll call.
Commissioner Hatch.
Yay.
Commissioner Ulicam,
Yay, knowing there's further discussion that can happen.
Commissioner Pierce,
No.
Commissioner Kanowski,
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye. Motion pass. But, okay, is there any other business, no other business to come before the job authority? I will now close this meeting and I will open up the city commission meeting. And I ask for approval of the minutes of November 3rd, 2025.
So moved.
Commissioner Pierce.
I'll second it.
Okay, Commissioner Kanowski. Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Awards and proclamations, we have none. We have a public hearing on a final plat for Smith's Second Edition located at 16th Street Southeast, Devil's Lake. Mike or Rob?
I'll take it. So this is basically just a cleanup plat that we're looking to have done on 16th Street Southeast. We fully support it. It breaks down one chunk of land that had 4 homes on it already. So that those will be parceled out, and then there'll be 3 more vacant lots on the east side there as well. One of the things that Mike did request as part of the process was to have it mapped out, so to ensure that all current setback rules are being followed with the division, and they all are. So that's a recommend approval.
He's here.
Is that where those current new houses are?
No, they've had houses down there for a number of years. Tom Lamont just built a new one here a 3 years ago.
And the family, and those owners of those homes are aware and
It's one owner right now currently. And I think this will probably give them the opportunity to sell off those other ones if they want.
Okay.
So,
I want to say it was going to come, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to come to a surprise to them that it's being done.
they're the ones that requested this.
Okay.
So they're the ones that did all the work to get this done.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
I'll make a motion to approve the.
This is just a public hearing. So we just, okay, anybody here to speak to that? If no others, we'll close the public hearing and now we'll take action. Sorry,
Take action?
take,
Thank you.
you can,
Can I make a motion?
You
to,
sure
to
can now.
Approve the second edition.
you have permission there.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Kanowski and seconded by Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now we have a public hearing on change of zoning from agriculture to planned unit development, outlet 5050172. Rob.
All right, so this one's good. The recommendation on this one's gonna be to table it. This is more of a preliminary hearing for it to just get some information and figure out what maybe the next steps are. They're looking to put a commercial development out there for shop condos. I think the idea is supported. There's just some work that needs to be done specific to getting in touch with rural water, looking at whether or not residential use is going to be allowed within the commercial buildings, which would require a higher standard on the building enforcement. And we'll just kind of work through some of those details. So it was a productive meeting in discussion, but we're not ready for any action on this yet. There's still some work that needs to be done. So recommendation is to just table it.
Well, this is off of,
Walleye Drive.
okay, I see it here. Yeah.
Right by the campground.
Right across,
Yeah, just
right
across
across
from
the
the
campground.
campground.
Any commissioners have any questions or concerns?
Is that a good spot with the, that's by the treatment plant, isn't it?
It's
Be a good
Mhm.
smelling place.
just south of there.
It's gonna be a smelly area.
No, that's all treated water already.
Sure.
Gotcha.
You can live on it, no problem.
I ain't worried about that. But anyway, I got you. Thank you.
Anybody in the audience wish to speak on this public hearing? If no other person's interested, we'll close the hearing and no action required on this one, so we'll move on. Nothing under bid openings, visitors and delegations, nothing. Commission portfolios, Commissioner Kanowski.
Mike, streets or water, please?
Nothing for utilities tonight, Commissioner.
Great. Good. That's all I got.
Boy, that's quick. Okay,
You're excited.
all right. Commissioner Hatch.
Mike, anything from sanitation?
Nothing sanitation.
Engineering?
Still working on one spot in the alleys downtown. We haven't given up. We're at the 11th hour. Maybe something that we have to do an interim fix and then readdress it in the spring. Devin's been out. We're doing a lot of survey work for the projects that we're looking at for next year. Two major projects that we're looking at is mill and overlay of the frontage roads along Highway 2, and then mill and overlay on the south side, south of the tracks, north of Highway 2, the area that we recently completed water main replacement. So we're looking at doing that. So we're trying to gather all the information we need to put plans together. That's what we've been working on in engineering.
Okay.
That's all I have, unless you have other questions.
I have nothing else. Rob?
All I have is the items on the agenda for tonight. Unless you have any questions of me.
Well, Commissioner Eulenkamp.
I just had questions on the alleyways, how that was going, but you answered that now, so nothing else. We had a library board meeting last Thursday. I wasn't able to attend, so I don't know what went on there, so.
Good.
That's all I got.
Okay, Commissioner Pierce.
Chief Bennett, what do you got?
We got a hazmat awareness and ops test coming up on November 23rd. So hopefully we'll get a few guys through that. So we'll have some more certified guys for hazmat awareness and operations. We're working on a few remodels at the station. As you know, when Schroeder passed away, we got a donation to redo some of the kitchen. And we're using some of the Daryl Johnson fund. I'm going to talk with Spencer a little bit later to see if we got some wiggle room in our budget to help out with some of those costs, but yeah. So that's what we got going on.
Are you guys going to be doing anything for the tree lighting? You have to be a part of that in any shape or form? Okay. Thank you. On the 5th of this month, we had a shade tree committee meeting. Spencer, if there's anything I forget, please let me fill me in or add in, because I grabbed the wrong notes off of my desk for, this is the one previous. We just went over possibilities of sizes of trees to order what would be best, you know, whether it be,
Replacement trees? you
yes,
said?
replacement trees. Spencer applied for the grant through the forestry, and we're still looking at doing a big tree planting event next year on Arbor Day.
Near Arbor Day, yeah.
Near Arbor Day, where they'll go out and we got set it up into sections like we do with our trash pickup. We're going to start with Zone 1 this year, which is this area over here by Kelly Drive or Kelly Avenue and that area. A lot of space for trees there. And we're going to identify any that need to be taken down. But what it's going to be, they're just going to auger the holes in. Somebody grabs a tree, plants the tree, try to just make it an event for the city to come out and do that. The 5-year plan is still being worked on to be approved.
No, been approved. Been approved. And, everything that Commissioner Pierce has talked about, we're going to work on some formalized public communication forums,
Yep.
Letters and PSAs. Shade Tree Committee will review those before we either present to you guys or release to the public.
It's just kind of stuff that we were just kind of planning and going over, so more information to come. I attended on the 12th, the downtown planning agenda meeting. And in your packets there shows some of the upcoming events that we got going on, just so the public's aware and you're aware. The holiday showcase is on the 18th, so that's tomorrow. Christmas tree lighting's Friday, starts at 5, tree lighting's at 5:30, and it goes till about 6. Santa will be at the Art Center starting on November 22nd. It'll be there every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll have crafts and other stuff free for the kids to do. And the scouts will be selling pictures when you can have your picture taken with Santa, and they'll print it off for you there. They'll be having a chamber holiday cheer mixer at the Art Center on December 3rd from 4 to 6. They have lots of wine from the wine walk left over. What happened was they used to be able to return a case if it was a partial case. They used to be able to return that to the vendor that they got it from, not the vendor, but the business they got it from. And now they won't, you can't return any of them. So they got lots of wine, and they said, come on out for their holiday cheer mixer. Cookie crawl is scheduled for December 6th. That might be changing. I heard there's a bunch of traffic online about it, but if that changes, we'll know. Chamber golf tournament will be July 31st.
Book it now, right?
It's crazy days. Susie's working for National Night Out to be somehow put into that. More information to follow whether that's going to happen or not. It'll be Crazy Days will be August 6th. It had to be put in on a Thursday because the homecoming, the day they were usually going to have it's going to be homecoming, which is scheduled for Labor Day weekend next year. So kind of threw stuff in there. Wine walk scheduled for September 10th. The Fall Festival and Art Festival.
Close enough.
Saturday, September 19th next year. And
That is you, not me.
they're starting their planning for Shiverfest right now. That's going to be February 21st with more information to come. Follow-ups here, some suggestions that the business owners had for the city. Remember last time I mentioned when I joined that meeting with theirs, they wanted that speaker system or that whole system downtown to be looked at. Did anybody look into getting that replaced, repaired, changed out? Because it doesn't work, and they're asking because for the holiday they can't play any music downtown.
Who's going to do that?
I can't remember from the last time we spoke about it. Somebody was going to look into it. I
We've
can't
got a lot of people looking around here like, I wasn't, yeah. So I don't think anything.
So we need to, somebody's got to look at that speaker system, please, and
Let's-
figure out, because they have to put it, when it does work, they have to put it on a flash, the music on a little thumb drive, put it in there to play, and it's not working, they said. So they can't have any music playing downtown for the holidays at all. So we got to figure something out for that. So I don't know who can look into it, but we need to figure something out with that. And between us and the chamber, maybe some money between the two, or however we got to get it done. But it's just that it's not the speakers themselves; it's the main part of it that plays.
The amp.
Yes. So, however, that's got to be taken care of. I told them I would bring it back up. There's a suggestion for next year where those picnic benches were that were removed. They saw one town had large planters that had flowers and stuff for in the center where those were. If large planters with flowers could be put in there, they said it looked beautiful. And I said I'd talk about it and we'd look into it for next year. And a big thing was new pole banners for downtown. The ones that are down there right now for tourism and stuff, they're faded and tearing and whatever else they were asking for next summer sometime, possible replacement of some of those banners.
Well, that's what you've got worked on. You're working on that, right?
They didn't care, and they said their main priority was getting those replaced. They didn't want all veterans downtown. They wanted a mixture of new tourism banners and the veteran banners if that goes through. So, and it was just certain people, wasn't all of them. So I don't want to speak for everybody there. There was a couple that were adamant on getting those changed out. And that's all I have from that. Any questions, let me know. If not, that's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Good report.
And we have our LEC board meeting this Wednesday.
Okay. Chief,
We still have our one officer opening and we're still accepting applications. Other than that, I don't have any further.
okay, thank you. Anybody have a question for the chief? Thank you. Spencer,
Nothing bad, Mayor.
okay. Jason?
I have nothing to report.
Okay. All right, thank you. I just wanted, today Spencer and I attended an Altru celebration or a community event at the Alara Center for Altru. And it was a bunch of the citizens of the business owners of the Altru area from Devils Lake and from Altru and Grand Forks. I know everybody's anxious. Did we hear anything yet? No. They did say a lot of the paperwork they believe is all completed. It's just some things are still holding it up. They don't have the answer to it yet, but they expect an answer of when they will be all complete with that very soon. By the end of the year, they're really hopeful. And everybody realizes that is, dragging out a lot longer than they wanted to. And it's causing them some problems as far as who pays for what for equipment. So everybody wants it complete, but unfortunately, and it has to deal with the land acquisition. It has nothing to do with the business of the transaction of the building sale. So am I correct in that, Spencer? Did I miss something?
The back and forth with the Vatican.
Yeah,
Common spirit. The Vatican has declared that we have all the information we need. However, there is a process for them to get things off the registry. It takes a little time. As I think Ultra had stated and others have said, Pope Francis was ill. The business side of the Vatican really came to a halt. And then they had to, select a new pope and things, right? And
at one point they
kinda
said
kick
that wasn't
restarts
the Pope that interfered with it, but it apparently had something to do with it.
just the business side of the Vatican, really did. But Ultra's optimistic.
Very, very
Aren't the
optimistic.
employees already they were hired by Ultra?
Some are hired by Altru, some are still part of CHI. It's under the Devils Lake Hospital right now, so it'll be nice when we can clear this whole thing up.
Yep.
And that'll,
I think it's, they were at an event with predominantly Grand Forks people and they spent a decent chunk of time talking about what they were doing here in Devils Lake. So it is a very big part of the Ultra story.
yes.
As we're
They're really looking forward to getting here and getting involved with the community, so I'm excited to see that, hear that. And if they do everything that they're doing in Grand Forks for us, we're gonna be very pleased with the outcome. We'll soon forget about how long it took to transfer everything. So let's hope that happens soon. As Commissioner Pierce indicated, the tree lighting is Friday evening. I get the honor to light the trees with the North Star Community Credit Union, I believe. They won the tree, the best decorated tree. So that's Friday evening. If you had a tree lighting over there, you didn't win. So anyway, so that'll be exciting. And I guess the best news we can have is congratulations to the Devils Lake Firebirds football team on a job well done. And from behalf of the city and all the fan base that went down, I'd like to congratulate them on a very proud moment for our community. So first one. So that was exciting. And I was kind of worried when I saw the first play of the game. I was like, oh no. But I thought I was reliving my Vikings. So, but at least the team was able to come through and they really went the other direction.
Fireworks probably beat the Vikings.
Oh, I had that one coming. You got one on me. Okay. But anyway, so congratulations to the football team and the coaches and everybody that was involved with that. So good luck for next year. And with that, anybody have any questions of me or anything?
Let's,
Yes.
you can talk about the banner or the
Oh,
signage.
yeah, that was something, when we had the wins of both the boys and girls basketball teams, we had those billboards put up, and I think these boys are deserving of something. you know, if they're gonna keep winning, do we want permanent or do we wanna just kind of go as we go and do it as we can? And what's the thoughts of the commission on that? You know, I think we got the benefit of the doubt, the last time they were up for more than the 6-month period that we paid for.
Yeah, but there's nothing there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It'd be nice to have, there's a lot of other communities that have a permanent sign up. You know, and I think we should go in hand with the high school and see what they want to do, and maybe we could support their decision.
so for all the sports to be
Yeah,
recognized.
or,
on something.
you know, every team that made it so far. I don't know what they want to do, but, you know, personally, I think, you know, like right now, you drive by that, you know, that billboard, it's not up there.
No,
right?
it's gone.
And there's no
now.
recognition anymore.
Yeah.
And we got beat up pretty bad in Facebook about that community. And I think a long-term thing with the school where they have some vested interest
So we should establish a committee with the school.
committee.
Yeah, and I think
Since
You'll
you
be the
spoke up,
chairman.
You got it.
No,
You just volunteered
I
yourself.
do work there.
I like that idea. No, I mean, I do agree with, you know, long terms
Let's see what they want to do.
and
Yeah, I
the
agree.
investment and see if there could be some fundraising for that.
I was gonna say, before we do a committee, can we go talk to the school district?
Well,
Maybe
okay.
and
Yeah,
just
that'd
figure
be-
out how they would
Yes.
work on their end.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's still, you know, sky high. It was 2 days ago, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
just try and figure out how we can.
But I think we ought to do something. You know.
I mentioned it to Spencer this morning just because I wanted it to be fresh in her mind that's
Yeah.
what's going to be coming next.
Mhm. Well, I'm on board for something. you know,
I agree.
And if
I agree.
we're gonna invest, you know, let's take our money and make it a full-time
You know, and
investment.
if we did something, and if they did something permanent, would it be the entrances of the city or will it be in front of the high school? You know, where should it be?
And that's,
That's something
let them
we can talk
decide on
about.
some of
Yeah.
that.
Let the high school figure that
Yeah.
out.
Okay,
Because, you know,
well, I'm all about doing something, but we won't take any action on it right now. But I think we're all favorable to it. Okay, anything else? Okay, old business, there is nothing at this time. Consent agenda, nothing. We'll now go into new business. And the first item is second reading of ordinance 1025, section 1-07-010, on competitive bidding requirements. Okay, everybody had a chance to read that. Are there any questions or concerns about it?
So remember, all members of the commission, these 3 ordinances all really go together. The meat of everything is in ordinance 1027 and 1025 and 1026 are just complementary to make things consistent across the whole chapter. There was just a small typo error in ordinance 1026, just a reference to a different section, just updated that. Did give you guys an update at the last meeting as to the purpose of the ordinance, the reasoning behind it, and would welcome any questions. If you want me to go through it, I can. But really just giving the city more tools in our tool belt to enter into private transactions with parties outside the city at the discretion of the city commission when certain thresholds are met. And, you know, as the city attorney said in the previous meeting, that this is definitely within the realm of norms of what other cities do. Ours is basic, you know, what's before you is pretty much a combination of the city of Williston and the city of Whopper City, so we're not recreating the wheel here. But I would turn over to the city attorney if he has anything for your consideration in advance of a formal vote. Do you have anything to add, Jason?
I don't have anything other than to restate what I said at the last meeting. It's consistent with state law and with what other cities in the state of North Dakota are doing. It gives the city greater flexibility when it comes to selling land. Recommend approval of all 3 ordinances.
Okay. All right,
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 1025.
Commissioner Pierce,
Second.
Commissioner Ewan. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Second reading of ordinance 1026, section 101-07-020, procedure.
Motion to approve ordinance 1026.
Commissioner Pierce,
I'll second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Item 3, second reading ordinance 1027, section 1-07-060, conveyance, sales, lease, or disposal of property.
Since I'm on a roll, I'll make. a
Commissioner
motion to
Pierce?
approve Ordinance 1027.
Okay?
Your turn, Joe.
I'll second
Lead them astray. Okay, Commissioner Kanowski, seconded. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 4, a 5-year exemption of improvements to a residential structure at 502 12th Avenue Northeast, and that's Rob.
Yep, so had an application, there was a significant remodel done at the property at that address. Meets all the requirements for our 5-year exemption. What that exemption includes is just the value of the improvement that's made. So the current value that is set for that property will remain for the 5 years. The increased value due to the improvements that they did would be what would be exempted. One thing of note also though is that they did add a new detached garage onto that property. That does not qualify for the exemption. So the increase in value for that new garage will be applied for 2026 and they'll have to pay the taxes on that.
They made that look like a nice place over there.
Yeah, so recommendations for approval, the exemption period would be for tax years 26 through 30, so 2026 through 2030.
And they're all aware of that garage, right?
Yes, yes. After I got the application, I let them know that that would not be eligible for the exemption.
I'll make a motion to approve the exemption.
Okay, Commissioner Kanowski,
Second.
Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any further discussion? All in favor of motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 5, a pay estimate number 3 for 2025 curb, gutter, and sidewalk. Mike,
Pay estimates included in your packet for work completed. Amount of the pay estimate is $4,796.28. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve that.
Commissioner Hatch, Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? No further discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce. Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
President Moore.
Aye, motion carried. Okay, item 6, the maintenance certification for the city's urban roads project. Mike?
As the commission's aware, some of the roadways in town are on their federal aid system, and we're able to utilize federal funds to improve those roadways. We have to certify annually to the Department of Transportation that we are doing our maintenance on those particular roadways. This is an annual maintenance certification. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Eulenkamp,
I'll second it.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Last item 7, 2026 city calendar. Spencer.
Mayor, members of the commission, as we kind of started a new practice, approving the calendar in advance, so that we can just have the discussion one time throughout the year. This calendar reflects some of the things that we've talked about throughout the year, specifically the budget process with specifically sanitation. So reflected is one special pickup occurring the weeks June 1st, June 8th, and June 15th. And then as far as the holidays go, I do want to maybe put forward for the commission's consideration on Christmas is on Friday. So our standard practice is to provide a day and a half, that half day for Christmas Eve. If the commission would consider closing city offices all day on Thursday, and most people just want to get out of Dodge and have the 4-day weekend. I only say this because in our policy manual, it just says that the Christmas Eve date Now, you only get the half day on Christmas Eve if it falls between, you know, a Monday or a Thursday. So like in 2027, Christmas will be on a Saturday, so we'll only have the Friday off. And then when Christmas is on Sunday, we'll only have the Monday off. And then when Christmas is on Monday, we'll just have the one day off. And totally baked in the cake, we all fully understand that when it falls in the middle of the week, it's a day and a half, the half day Christmas. Just felt that since it falls on the Friday, most people are already itching to get out to have the 4-day weekend. Everybody can have that, be with their families. So that'd be my one thing for your guys' consideration, and maybe just on behalf of the team, would recommend doing that.
I'll make the motion for that. I think it's a deserved thing. So I'll make a motion to give full day on Thursday, December 24th, 2026.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Pierce,
Second.
second by Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I personally don't think that's necessary, in my opinion. I know I sound like a jackass, but it's one of those things that I think that, you know what, we have vacation and that's what we use it for at those days. I realize they're great employees and all that. And I loved it when I got it, but personally, I don't think we need to do that. That's my opinion.
No problem.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything to say? I think this is a circumstance where I could be favored to go with it, only because of the half a day. It's already there, so I'm probably gonna support it on this one, only because of that. But otherwise, I do understand what you're saying. If there was more time in between, different circumstance, I would probably be same
Well,
side as you
your
are.
opinion's wrong.
Yeah. I hear that a few times from somebody else too, more important than you are. Okay, but anyway, okay, anybody else have an opinion?
If they're gonna travel and they gotta
Yeah.
travel farther, it gives them some time to get to where they're going for the family.
Okay, well, if there's no further discussion, let's we'll do a roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Nay.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries.
Your opinion's wrong.
Grumpy.
It was proven wrong. How about that? Okay, next item is citizen comment. There's nothing. We, informational items, we have in our packet, October 2025 financial report. And at this time now, we will again break into executive session.
Do we wanna vote on that now, or do we wanna wait till?
Vote on what?
Oh, that's a
Financial.
No,
financial
the financials
report.
at the
We'll come
end.
back and do a list
Yeah,
of
we'll do
bills.
that.
Just the bills, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry about,
That's what I meant.
okay. Well, I like it when you keep me in order, but
Don't rely on me.
okay, those that'll break into executive session will be all members of the city commission, our city attorney, Jason Sales, city administrator, Spencer Alverson, and Forward Devils Lake Executive Director, Brady Ash. And we are now breaking the executive session. The Devils Lake City Commission will convey an executive session this meeting on November 17th, 2025, to discuss pending legal matters related to the mortgage between the City of Devils Lake Building Authority and Kojak Snack and Pack LLC at the property with the legal description of Outlet 39-0014 of Lot 1, Pasta Acres Subdivision, Plot 2, replat to Devils Lake Industrial Park, Devils Lake, Ramsey County, North Dakota. Okay, at this time, we will now break and we will return after that. So this will be paused until our return.
So it's still live, guys. It's still live.
Yeah, you'll use
The acquisition or the land that happened. Why was, oh yeah, why was your, not recommended? I'm just gonna grab my hat. Yeah, that's. That's why I'm kind of thinking
If we have an empty building like that.
Yeah. They have to go through all the process.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll reconvene the city commission meeting, and at this time, I'm going to accept a motion for the action that we took.
Make a motion to provide Kojak Snack and Pack LLC with a notice before foreclosure contingent upon discussing with our partner creditors.
Okay, a motion from Commissioner Pierce. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? No further discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
I will
Commissioner-
abstain.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries. Okay. Entertain a motion to approve the payment of bills as submitted.
Make a motion to approve the bills as submitted.
Commissioner Kanowski,
Second.
Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. If there's no other business to come before the commission, I now declare it adjourned.